everyone, I hope you all are doing good. Sometime back, I had created one video on CrashLoopBackOff error, and I got requests from many people that I should create a detailed video on this, like how to troubleshoot such kind of errors. It can be the CrashLoopBackOff, out of memory, ImagePullBackOff errors. So I thought, why not to create a demo on it and share it with you guys. So I'll be sharing my screen, I'll be running few commands, I'll be showing you, explaining you, and I hope that you'll get the gist of it, that how to troubleshoot such kind of errors and what can be the solution of these kind of errors. So let's get started. Okay, so I have created few deployment files and we'll be running them one by one. I'll be explaining them what we are exactly doing, and then we'll see what is the error, how to check for the errors, and how to troubleshoot it. So if I go to the test1 deployment.yaml, you can see that it's a deployment file with one replica and it is referring to a config map, right? So if I see, okay, so before going into that, running these deployment files, so let me say, clear it out that I'm using kind cluster. You too, like for testing it out, for playing around it, you can use kind cluster and run these commands. So if I apply the first file, which is test1 deployment.yaml, we'll see that it has created a pod. Now that pod is in the error create container config error. This is the error we are getting. So see, sometimes you will see this error, sometimes you will see some other error, like it can be CrashLoopBackOff, ImagePullBackOff. So we'll go through these errors one by one. Now if it is something related to create container config error, it means that there is something wrong in the configuration which we are passing. Now what we'll do is we'll describe this pod as well. So see, in this it is showing the correct error, that config map app config not found. So this config map itself does not exist in the default namespace, and that is the reason this pod is not coming up. So we are able to get the exact error, I would say, after describing the pod. Sometimes you'll have to describe it, sometimes you'll have to check the logs of it, and sometimes you have to do both of it. Now if you will scroll up, we are seeing the reason as well here, that which we saw there, which is CreateContainerConfigError. Now let's do one thing, we'll create this config map. They already have this config map.yaml. So let's apply this and then check it out. Now the config map is created. We'll see the pod. See, the pod is now up and running. And we'll describe it as well. After the error, now it is saying that it again pulled the image and it has created the container. Let's come to second deployment file and see what it has. Now the test2 pod is in error. Now we don't know why it is in error. So this is the test2 pod, and if you see, it is, we are passing some arguments here in the container. So again, as a first step, we'll describe it. Now here it is saying backoff restarting failed container busy box. It means there is something wrong with this busy box container, the configuration which we have provided for busy box. So see, we are using the correct image, we are using a command, but in argument we are passing exit1, which is causing the error. Now if we scroll up, again we'll see here that the container terminated and the reason is error. So let's check the log as well and see if we are able to get something there. But anyways, like, the error is clear, but again we'll check the logs as well. So for checking the logs, we'll use the same command and just edit it a bit. kubectl logs and the pod name. So in logs we are not able to see anything because the container itself got terminated without before even starting. Like at the runtime itself, it is not able to run only due to the argument which we have passed. Now in the same YAML, if I scroll down, this is the correct uh, argument which if we will pass, then the container will be up and running. Now the argument is that we are running the while loop and we are running doing an echo of like it will echo running and it will sleep for 10 seconds and it will again repeat the same process. So in this way, like we are passing something inside the container, so it will keep on running and it will not terminate. Now let's, after this change, let's apply it again. Okay, sorry, I haven't saved the file. So the new pod has came up and it is running. Now if again let's see if we are able to see something in logs. So it is doing that thing, echo. It will echo running and will sleep for 10 seconds, then again it will echo running and sleep for 10 seconds. So we have provided a configuration to it, a work to it, so that the container is up and running. If you not pass anything, container will be created and then it will get terminated, saying that it has got completed. But if we want it to be running, there should be some process which has to be running inside the container. Now let's move to the third deployment.yaml. Let's see. So we have created it. Let's see what is inside the test3 deployment. So we are passing, there is a container, we are passing limits and request for a memory. And yeah, let's see what it is doing. So if I run kubectl get pods, I see the pod is the third one is in the state of OOMKilled, which is out of memory. Like the memory which we have provided is not sufficient. So we are clear from here itself, but again, let's describe it and let's see what it is saying. So see, the status will change, like it will either show OM or it will show CrashLoopBackOff. So once we describe it, we'll be clear that exactly what is the issue. So we'll again scroll up. In the events, we are not able to see anything. We scroll up, we are seeing here clearly that OM killed. So the memory which we have provided is not sufficient. Now what we'll do is, we'll increase the request as well, because here in the arguments we have passed that it should have at least 100 M. What we'll do is, we'll pass it 150 as a request, and the limit we'll exceed it to 250. We can keep it 150 as well. So we'll again apply it. And we'll see that the new container is getting created and that is up and running and that error has gone. So if there is out of memory, you have to check the request and the limit which you have set. And if there is no request and limit, then there can be issue that that pod has been scheduled on a node where memory is not there. So you'll have to either change the node, shift it to some other node, or you have to see how you can create some memory in that node where that particular pod is running. And then if that is also not solving the issue and you see some behavior, strange behavior, that earlier only this pod was running and now all of a sudden what has happened that it is crashing. So it means there is some process which is consuming a lot of memory. Then you'll have to check either the application code or go inside the container and see what process is consuming more memory. Now let's apply kubectl test 4. Now in the fourth one, we are seeing the error image pull. So it means there is something wrong with the image. Now see, we have given this image. This tag does not exist. 1, 2, 3. So this is a very clear error which we get, that okay, there is something issue with the image. Either the image tag which we have provided is not available, or if we have pushed it to some private repository and we haven't provided the credentials, so it is not able to pull the image from that ECR or ACR. So you'll have to troubleshoot in that direction. Now what we'll do is we'll change the image tag, and then we'll again apply it. And now we are seeing that the pod is up and running. Let's go to the fifth one. Okay, so fifth one is this one, app bad liveness. So the pod is running, that's great. But we'll wait for some time because it might restart. Okay, so it has restarted. We see that the restart is one. Now this pod is will continuously restart. And you know the reason of it, that why it is restarting? So what we'll do is we'll describe it first. So it is saying Liveness Pro failed, HTTP Pro failed with status code 404. Now we'll see what Liveness Pro we have provided. So the path we have given is wrong path, / wrong path. Now this path itself does not exist, and that is the reason the container is continuously restarting. Because we provide Liveness probe as a check, like as a health check, we provide that it will see check, and if there is something wrong, it will restart the container. But here the path itself which we have provided is wrong, and that is the reason the container is will restart continuously. So see, it has restarted 4 times till now. Now, and the error also is clear that there is something wrong with the path which we have given. Now we'll change it to the correct path, which is / and we'll again apply it. And we'll see that. So after restarting sometimes, like after restarting continuously, it will go into CrashLoopBackOff state. Now a new container is creating, and we'll see that it is up and running. So after we fix this path. So these are like some of the errors which we face as a DevOps engineer like every day. And so these are the very basic examples which I have shared, because just I wanted to show you guys what kind of errors we get, how can we troubleshoot it, in which direction we can go and look into it. So these YAMLs were very simple, and we were easily able to find out. So whenever any such kind of error occurs, what we have to do is we have to describe the pod, we have to check the logs. Again, we'll have to check the events. We'll scroll up when we describe the pod, and we'll see what reason it is showing. And then we'll have to again cross check our YAML files. So I hope if like this video is for someone who is fresher, who is just starting into Kubernetes, and this is the first time I have recorded something like this. So I hope you guys liked it, and do let me know in the comment section on which topic I should create the next video, and if you want some complex examples as well, because this is very basic. Yeah, thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comment section on which topic I should create the next video. Bye.